Hello and welcome, tacticians. If you are looking for a foolproof plan of how to get through Archimatos' quest, then you are in the right place. And as always, thank you to everyone who supports the channel, whether it's through subscribing or use my friend code up there, as it really does help me out. And with all the pleasantries out the way, let's see how to complete this. Common one sees us starting with taking no damage, and also you're not allowed anyone with power weapons. Now, if you have Khan, just send him up on this side, use his kill main burn, which will kill these three. And if you've got Abraxas, well, push him up into the middle and use his summons here, which will kill these. And of course, the summons will mop up next turn. However, let's assume that you don't have those characters, and it's impossible to do this for every single combination possible, so I try and do it the hardest way possible. Summon in your two bloodletters, and then Chiron can go here and use his excruciating frequencies to kill these two. Then just put Harkin in. Now you might be worried, what about this Gretchen? He's going to come and kill me. Well, no, he's got the summon to go and kill instead. This leaves us with one left, which Harkin can go and kill with ease. Common 2 is just take no damage, and Volk is absolutely perfect, as you can just use his frenzied firing, target one of the two middle ones, and they all just die. Then you've got Chiron, who can go across and use his excruciating frequencies to kill two. And if you're unlucky enough that one of them flees, then you need to stay back. Otherwise, I would have summoned around him. As it is, I need to make sure that these two are in a good position to retaliate. Let them have a go. And Chiron can go kill one at the back. We can summon in the troops around this one. Shoot this one. And Harkin can finish him off. The final common mission is again take no damage, and with Volk in the middle, target the middle goblin, use your frenzied firing, and it clears them all out. Archimatos runs up and summons in two bloodletters around this little fella. Now I'm going to use Chiron's excruciating frequencies to kill these two. And then you just need to see how far you can get, but you shouldn't really worry, as he will, in theory, go and attack the two bloodletters. So make sure you move as close as possible. So there you go. Bloodletter hits him once, and unfortunately we're not quite close enough to take the high ground, which is a shame. But what we can do is go in and hit him with the Herald of the Apocalypse, which does reduce his armour. Then we just take the high ground with Yazgor, shoot him once, and we should be able to finish him off with Archimatos. Uncommon 1 means no flame or piercing attacks, and Yazgor is kind of needed here to kill this grot, as Chiron hasn't got a guaranteed chance to kill it. Then you use your demonic incursion around here. Now you should get 4, but there is a chance you will get 3, and just send Maladus across, as everything will focus on these summons. Now, Maladus has these two exactly where he wants to for the Plague Flail swing, targeting the tank, killing them both off. Then go up and see if you can attack one with Archimatos, and if you don't kill him, finish the grot off with Yazgor. Obviously, the tank will get that last summon, and all you need to do is kill off the final tank. Uncommon 2 restricts you to ranged attacks, and you do need your summoners here. So move Abraxas up and summon in that Pink Horror and the Screamers. If there are any left up here, make sure you use Yazgor to kill it off. Then you can use Chiron to kill this grot and summon in a bunch of bloodletters, well, probably 2, around this orc. So as you can see, your summons do a great job at whittling down the enemy. Chiron can run up here to blast this one to smithereens, and, well, this grot's days are numbered. Uncommon 3 forbids the use of anyone with flying, so with Volk, and yes, he is a great character, you should work on him, use frenzied firing on Give us Scraps here. Now, you may not kill all the grots, but that's absolutely fine, because we're about to go in and summon a bunch of bloodletters around this tank. So they'll be distracted there. Chiron can go in and shoot at this guy, and considering orcs like to throw grenades, I've brought in Rask to give a shield. So we're going to put Angrax in and put Rask in. There's a shield. Now, if you don't have Rask, ideally nauseous Rotbone, and of course the Orc didn't throw a bomb that time, so it's not even needed. As you can see, the Bloodletters cut down a few, leaving us with 3 tanks. We'll work on the closest one and kill it off with Archimatos. And now we haven't got any shields because we can't kill anyone with Rask, but hopefully we'd only need it in the first turn anyway. Let's shoot this one and see what happens. Again, those Bloodletters are targeted. With 1 left, you've got Volk and Chiron, Archimatos, or, well, anyone, to do the final kill. Not sure how a tank turns into a Bloodletter. Rare 1 means no heavy round damage and no chain damage, and yet another reason why Chiron is so great is 2 tanks absolutely vaporized. And make sure you move Archimatos and Abraxas away from the Orcs, and they'll just happily run towards you. Abraxas can go into the middle, summon in the Pink Horror and Screamers, and, well, the job is pretty much done. And for those of you who don't have those 2 characters, well, let's start with Harken using his Herald of the Apocalypse on these 2, and finish him off with Angrax. Then run up and summon in a bunch of Bloodletters around this guy. Now, hopefully this is going to be enough. Now, it does need a bit of RNG so they don't throw a grenade at you, but if they don't, you're in a pretty good position. We can kill one off like so, and we'll kill this one next. And we'll charge up with Harken. This one we'll go and kill, and there you go. Rare 2 means you have to use your Psychers. So Thormachus is really good as he can put a shield around Abraxas as he's going to run up and summon in a Pink Horror and a couple of Screamers. And the Orc boys are going to throw a bomb over here, which his shields will, hopefully, cater for. Hide behind the bushes with Archimatos, and that means if they do throw a grenade at Bloodletters, it's not at least going to hit Archimatos. So here you can see Abraxas is still on full health, and the summons complete the job. Rare 3 disallows use of the 1,000 Suns, and all the Orcs are playing clever and they've spread out. However, Angrax doesn't really care for that, so he can use his active ability to kill 2. Archimatos can summon in 1 or 2 around here, and even Nauseous can go and give one a poke. Now, the chances are there's going to be a bomb or 2 thrown, and Nauseous and Archimatos or someone else is going to be injured. So we're going to need to heal up. Now, it might be possible to do this with Rask instead of Nauseous, and if you can do that, I'd love to know. But, as it stands, we're going to do an AoE heal for both, and we're going to go and kill one with Archimatos. Then on our final turn, finish him off. Rare 4 means you can only have a maximum of 4 hits. So again, I've brought in the Psychers, and the first turn we're going to stay where we are, as well the Storm Boys come dropping in. And there's going to be a few hits done. With that done, we can heal up. Send up Abraxas, assuming you've got a route to these tanks, and summon in your Pink Horror, which shot the wrong way for some reason, and the Screamers. And the reason why you do this first is you are going to be using psychic attacks from Archimatos, which summons in another, and even Thormachus will be able to kill one, giving you a full suite of Screamers. So, one side has been taken care of and got 3 left. Well, 4, including the Orc Boy, to go on the right. And the best thing about this is only Archimatos has been injured, so let's heal him up now. We'll move down and attack this guy. This was a mistake. I didn't want him next to it, so nothing's ever perfect. Be careful where you place your miniatures, so to speak. And summon in the Bloodletters around attack. And again, I was hoping for a 3rd. So let's get the shield around him. That should protect him from the desecrated ground. And as you can see, everyone is on full health. We've got 2 turns, a bunch of summons, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue. For the final rare mission, you can't use anyone who can teleport, and you are going to need Yazgor, Thormachus, and Abraxas. Thormachus needs to give the shield to Abraxas. Yazgor goes all the way up and switches places. Then, with Abraxas, you summon in your Pink Horror and Screamers, which should clear out this area very nicely indeed, including Snapper Wrecker. Then go up with Chiron and shoot one, and you should be safe in the long grass. Now the grots and everyone will kill, and as you can see, that Orc Boy threw a grenade, but because of the shield, Abraxas was safe, which means we've only got 2 left to kill on our turn, which is no problem. Epic 1 again forbids flying, so make sure you know where they're going to go and make sure you stay out of range. Let them come to you, and effectively you've now got 1 turn to complete the job. Abraxas goes in, summons the Pink Horror and Screamers, and hopefully that will be all that needs to be done. Although if there are others, you can quite happily maneuver into position to take care of them, and then you still had Chiron. Epic 2 forbids the use of eviscerating weapons, and you are going to want to get close to Nauseous, as in come the Storm Boys. Now, you might be lucky and more than this disappear into the ether, but I think I've done fairly averagely here. Maladus is a great character to have, as quite frankly he can kill 2 in 1 swing. I had a flea there, but trust me, he can kill 2. And Archimatos can just turn one into a demon, and of course heal up. Again, move Maladus and attack normally. There you go, killing 2 in 1 go. And again, turn one into a demon. Now, because they've all been injured and because he's only going to be able to damage 1 person, I'm going to heal them all, as there is a chance that Bloodletter might just do a massive crit and kill him. As he's still alive, Archimatos can finish him off. The final epic means you can't use anyone with the demonic trait, and Rask is absolutely brilliant in this one, as you just put him between both Yazgor and Abraxas and shield them both. Why do you do this? Well, you're going to put them on the barbed wire and summon in that first Pink Horror and a bunch of Screamers. Now, if there's any left up here, obviously make sure that you take a pot shot at them with Chiron. Then go up with Yazgor, switch places with Archimatos, and hit another grot and summon in yet more demons, which will hit Snotflogger. And this is all brilliant. But remember, there are Orc Boys up there. They're going to throw in some bombs, but because of those shields, our characters are perfectly safe. Meaning now we just need to focus on killing the last 2, but to be honest, our summons do that for us. The first legendary means you can't use anyone with flamers. So let's send Maladus across to give him a bit of a whack, and we can give him a little bit of a tap with Angrax. And we'll just shoot up here. And what should we do? Should we summon in some of our Bloodletters here? And we'll just move up with Nauseous. And yes, Nauseous is going to be required, as you've got these Storm Boys that come in, you've got the tanks that shoot, you've got everything. So yes, Nauseous is going to be required. Heal up Angrax. Send him into the space that doesn't have the desecrated land. And let's shoot the grot. And then use Angrax's Bring of Despair on the tank, killing the Orc, wounding the tank, but the tank's going to have to go away and if he wants to shoot Angrax, but who knows. We'll go in with Maladus and use the Plague Flail Swing. And, yeah, let's finish off the tank with Archimatos to bring in yet another demon. There's a swipe, and there's the kill. On the second legendary, where you can't use suppressive fire, move Khan up to kill the Orc Boy, and you'll do some damage to the tank, and then I've got Lucius to kill the tank off. Then Archimatos goes up and summons in some Bloodletters to kill off this tank, and Angrax goes up as well. Now, everything will be fine as long as Boss Golgorts doesn't call the War. If he does, it does a lot of damage. Move across with Khan and use your kill main burn to kill off Boss Golgorts, as you really don't want him warring anytime soon. But we've got 2 left, and you know Khan is actually going to go and kill 1, so we're not going to put Angrax next to them, and we're not going to summon. Now, I made a mistake. I should have actually brought him up too, but that's fine. We'll just have to live with it. Move up with Nauseous and Lucius and heal everyone up. And then Khan can just simply kill off the final 2. But if you get that War, it's pretty much all over. And finally, the Mythic. We can't use any piercing damage, but you are definitely going to need Yazagor and Abraxas. And here I've had to boost Abraxas up to Diamond 3, and his skills are at 50 and 45, as you can see there. So you send him up and summon in the Pink Horror and the Screamers, which will do an absolute number on all the surrounding Orc Boys and a little bit of damage to Warboss Golgorts. Archimatos goes up and summons in his demons, and Lucius can do a bit of damage to the tank. Make sure you have Nauseous, and then their turn, in come the boys, and this is why you need a decent level Abraxas, as when they throw the grenades, he will be damaged. Carry on attacking back with your summoners, and I send Lucius up to attack the Orc Boy. Finally, move up and heal up Abraxas. He's the only one who's been injured. Let the enemy have their turn, and you'll see they'll take care of the summons. And then finally, the summons take care of the enemy. Good luck.